Now, Storm Tracker 9 weather with meteorologist Cameron Landfield.
Good afternoon, Western Oregon. It's getting wet out there as we speak. Things are going to start getting rainy into the evening, but what I've got behind me is actually a satellite loop from earlier today where you could see sort of that transition where we had just a little bit of drying and then getting taken over by that incoming atmospheric river. Watch that dry zone shift out, and then of course all the cloud coverage starts to develop. And you likely saw that happen if you were at all outside for today. We started off with some slightly sunny skies, and then slowly that gray took over. And the gray is going to be around for a couple days. We do see a little bit more of an average day going into Tuesday and Wednesday, but before that, there's rainfall, and it's actually going to be sort of heavy for tonight. So looking at the stormcast, you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. 5:30, and there it is, starting to just close in on Newport. Now you'll notice this is mostly just those dark green colors. We're not quite getting into the yellow or orange yet, but that does come later, and that's when things are heavier. Your first band of yellow starts to develop as we get into 7:30, and that just touches out along Newport. Not a lot of rainfall inland at this point, so 7:30 still going to be dry, likely out towards Eugene. So if you feel like sitting outside for some reason, that's your time before things start to close in. 9 o'clock, and now the entire coast does see a bit of the rain. Corvallis has this little yellow zone overhead. Into 11, this is where things start to get a lot more heavy. You can see these big yellow zones develop over Florence, Sweet Home taking a nice hit too, and possibly some heavy rainfall over Eugene at this point. I do want to point out Roseburg has been skipped for most of the evening, but as we get later in towards about 1 a.m. to 2 o'clock, that's when we finally start to see a little bit of rainfall for the basin. Less of it as we get down towards the south, of course, but the southern coast is getting very wet at 2 a.m. with our yellow and orange there. Newport as well. Then later into early tomorrow morning, the entire valley gets its heaviest bit of rainfall towards 4 a.m. Things shift out towards the upper elevations and the foothills there as we get into 6, but another wave comes through at 6:30, and that is the beginning of Monday, where we will see several more waves. It looks like we are going to see the heaviest rainfall in the morning, but then showers into the afternoon. And here's a look at the rainfall for Sunday. This is stopping Sunday evening right as we transition into Monday. So you can see there is still quite a bit, 0.1 or so for Corvallis and Eugene. Then we'll go from Sunday into Monday and look at Monday's full accumulations. A lot more going forward there. You can see we're almost at an inch for Coos Bay, one of the heaviest areas, and even Roseburg getting about 0.3. So this is clearly an atmospheric river. Now, the rest of the week, like I said, as this low pressure moves by Monday, we're wet, but then Tuesday into Wednesday, there is high pressure sitting overhead. Look at this developing system, though. That crashes through as we get into Thursday with a cold front, and Friday. So Thursday evening into Friday, you'll see that in the 7-day forecast. Things are going to be more active. The coast at 60 for Monday. Then we're in the low 60s the whole week. Chances start up on Thursday. Once again, Umpqua Basin, 33 degrees for Monday, or 66, sorry about that. Getting into the mid-60s the rest of the week. Rainfall starts Thursday again. Cascade passes, seeing some snowfall, 6,400 feet on Monday. Finally, Willamette Valley, we're at 64 for tomorrow. Mid to low 60s the whole week ahead. Rainfall starts up again Thursday morning. More prominent, though, Friday into Saturday.